Hi, Hengist here from House of Hengist Comics, and welcome back to the channel. Today we follow up from our previous video. This is part 2 of Commando, and this time we're looking at the assault, and we're going to take up from where we left off. But before we do so, I just want to shout out to Commando Comics, who've been going well over 60 years now and are still online, so you can still get these wonderful comics. They've been a big inspiration for me as well. And so as we return to the actual game in process, Mac the Knife and Lieutenant Paget are the only two men left, and their battle is to be a long and arduous one. The French commandos land and basically start disgorging from the boats. They run straight into, obviously, the German police, and a desperate battle starts to take place on the quayside. Small arms fire ripping across the dockside, and it's chaos and mayhem, but the commandos get established. The Kriegsmarine finally unpin, so to speak, from the bar and return, and there's a lot of shooting going on, but civilians are caught in between. The commandos launch straight up the beach and go for the police units and attack with vigour and determination. They drive off the first police unit, and at the same point a daylight mosquito arrives, and that was to pin the armoured car and probably save their bacon, so to speak. Mac the Knife now goes in determined, with Paget down and wounded from an assault on the heavy machine guns. He takes on an entire Ukrainian police platoon, but falls in the final minute to an SS commander who pistols him. The old maxim, never take a knife to a gunfight. In the meantime, what we see is a number of attacks which continue onwards, with the commandos launching straight now towards the fuel dumps and the port. It's brutal hand-to-hand fighting now, guys, with it back and forth. It's one of those sort of games which it sort of hangs on a knife edge. Close quarter battle with grenades and such like basically taking place, but the commandos, obviously with their vigour in assault, managed to basically drive off most opposition. However, a determined counterattack by the police traps what's left of the first platoon, which manages to basically get caught against the wall. But this is rescued by the second platoon, which races in. Then we see the arrival of the MTBs, determined to come in and pick up and provide support fire to the commandos on the docks. At the same point, finally, the third platoon, which has taken nearly 35 minutes to get the dinghies inflated, manages to get across and starts landing on the quayside, producing a third attack. What's left of the police starts to run. It's taken heavy casualties, and the commandos manage to basically break through and knock out pretty much most opposition in and around the gun pits and the defensive perimeter. Meanwhile, the commandos who've disgorged from the boats now take on the Ukrainians. But the SS commander and what's left of his escort managed to get down towards the beach and shoot off the sniper. There's intense fighting now on the bridgehead as the MTBs come in, providing pretty limited fire. But the commandos continue to press on, set charges. Unfortunately, these are on a delayed basis and ironically go off on the very last turn of the game. With the MTBs there now, they are sure of some escape, so to speak. And the MTBs basically come in very closer into the harbour and basically disgorge a number of troops as well, just to help basically get the commandos off. They drop boats and the commandos start to prepare to extract from their position. A last desperate fight takes place between the Kriegsmarine, but they're overwhelmed by the brutality of the commandos, who basically drive them in. But the casualties have been exceedingly heavy, over 50%, nearly 40 men. All the single-man teams captured or shot by the SS. So at the end of the day, it was a pretty exciting game, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. So if you like our work and you enjoy what we do, please continue to support us and subscribe. In the meantime, my best wishes, and we'll be back soon with some more rip-roaring action, inspired by, of course, Commando Comics. Bye for now.